Today's episode starts with a major hook because what we're about to break down has been spreading across social media faster than almost anything we've seen in the currency rumor world this year. If you've been on YouTube, TikTok, Telegram groups, or online forums, you've probably seen people claiming that a massive value change for the Vietnamese dong has already been approved, initiated, or is imminent. These claims are going viral worldwide, and they're even spilling over into conversations in the Iraqi Dinar community because both currencies often travel through the same rumor pipelines. But today, we're going to slow everything down, walk through what these viral claims are really saying, break down why they're catching so much attention, explain what is actually confirmed versus what is speculation, and give you the clear, simple understanding you need so you don't get swept up in misinformation. So stay with me until the end, because by the time we're done, you'll know exactly how to separate internet hype from real-world facts. And that is the most valuable tool any currency holder can have. The conversation around the Vietnamese dong has grown so loud recently because people are attaching big emotional weight to these rumors. Whenever you hear phrases like historic value change, monetary reset, or overnight jump, it naturally triggers people's excitement. Some treat these claims as if they're official announcements, and this creates a chain reaction where one video sparks 5 more, and each retelling becomes bigger than the last. But understanding speculation requires looking at why these stories spread, where they come from, and what they gain so much traction, especially in communities that already follow currencies like the Iraqi dinar. Many of these viral claims use complex financial language, which can sound convincing even when the details are not supported by public economic data. That's why breaking this down slowly is important, not to criticize anyone, but to help viewers understand the difference between hopeful predictions and documented policy actions. When we learn to read these conversations clearly, we become less vulnerable to exaggeration and more capable of understanding real economic developments when they do happen. A major part of the viral claims centers around the idea of a huge currency reset. This phrase is used often online, but rarely explained correctly. In simple terms, people use currency reset to describe a major restructuring of a country's monetary system, but in most cases, online videos misuse the term to make ordinary financial news sound dramatic. A real reset is extremely rare, and when it does occur in any country, it involves long planning periods, international cooperation, domestic economic reforms, public announcements, and changes that affect both businesses and citizens directly, not sudden sign and shifts that only reach social media before they reach the actual government's communication channels. The reason this term becomes so popular is because it suggests the possibility of fast profits, but the truth is that genuine currency adjustments take time, require stability, and are influenced by trade balances, inflation levels, foreign reserves, and long-term economic policies. When people use the word reset loosely, they create expectations that don't match how monetary systems actually work. Understanding this difference is essential because it protects currency holders from reacting emotionally to unverified claims and shifts the focus back to practical economic education. Another reason these viral stories spread is that many people believe the Vietnamese dong is undervalued, and that idea alone creates a sense of hope that something big might happen. It's true that some currencies are priced lower than others because of economic history, inflation trends, or government policy decisions. But an undervalued currency does not automatically mean a dramatic jump is coming. In fact, many countries purposely maintain lower exchange rates to support exports, attract manufacturing, and balance trade. This is part of a long-term national strategy, not a sign of hidden wealth waiting to be released overnight. What these viral videos often leave out is that currency values move based on gradual economic development, international investment, and stable governance, not surprise announcements. When a country eventually strengthens its currency, it typically happens slowly through organic growth, not sudden leaps. But because undervaluation sounds like a problem waiting for a miracle solution, it becomes an easy target for speculation. That's why it's so important for viewers to understand the economic context behind exchange rates rather than focusing solely on rumors that circulate online. Now let's move into what people are actually claiming online. Many videos are saying that a major international financial institution has approved a big change in the Vietnamese dong's value. These claims spread fast because they look official at first glance, even when they aren't backed by any public documentation. It's extremely important to understand that financial institutions communicate major decisions through transparent, accessible channels, not through anonymous social media posts or secondhand videos. What we often see is that someone misinterprets a standard economic report, adds dramatic wording to it, and then spreads it as if it's breaking news. This creates a snowball effect where thousands of people believe a decision has been made, even though no official statement exists. This is why staying grounded in verified information matters. Rumors thrive in the absence of clarity, and once a story catches fire online, it becomes difficult to slow it down. That's why education and patience are the best tools for navigating these conversations without getting pulled into emotional reactions. With all this attention on the Vietnamese dong, many people holding the Iraqi dinar are asking whether the two situations are connected. The short answer is that speculation communities often overlap, but the economic condition, national policies, and monetary environments of each country are completely different. Each nation follows its own timeline, its own financial priorities, and its own strategies for growth. Just because rumors about one currency become popular does not mean another currency will follow the same path. In fact, comparing currencies directly can be misleading because each country has unique inflation levels, export industries, foreign investment patterns, and domestic financial reforms. It's natural for people to wonder whether a viral claim about one currency signals something about another. But real economics doesn't work that way. Understanding each currency individually helps prevent confusion and keeps expectations realistic. This script aims to make that distinction clear without taking hope away. Hope is fine, but clarity is better. Let's talk about why speculation videos often sound convincing. Many of them use confident language, dramatic tones, and complex terminology that makes the information appear official. But sounding official and being official are two very different things. A large portion of viral currency claims come from people quoting each other rather than quoting actual policy statements. One creator hears something from another creator, repeats it, adds new dramatic phrasing, and suddenly a rumor becomes a chain of videos. When viewers hear the same claim from multiple places, it creates the illusion of confirmation even when no official announcement exists. This is called echo loop speculation, and it's extremely common in currency forums. It doesn't mean people are trying to mislead. Often they're simply passing along information they themselves heard without checking its source. But this is exactly why being cautious and analytical protects you from getting swept up into hype cycles that may not align with reality. Another important part of this discussion is understanding how social media algorithms influence what people see and believe. When a topic becomes popular, platforms automatically push similar content to more viewers because it increases engagement. This means once a rumor starts gaining traction, the platform will show it to thousands more people who might not have even been searching for currency information. This creates a feedback loop where the rumor appears massive simply because the platform is promoting anything connected to it. Many viewers then assume the topic must be real or important because they see it everywhere. But what they're really seeing is the algorithm doing its job. Social media is built to amplify high emotion or high interest content, not accurate economic analysis. Knowing this helps viewers stay grounded because it reveals that popularity does not equal legitimacy. A rumor can trend online for days even if the underlying claim is completely unsupported. So let's answer a key question. If a major value change were truly happening, how would people find out? The answer is simple. Major monetary decisions are always communicated through official channels, government publications, central bank announcements, press releases, and formal public statements. These decisions are never delivered through anonymous rumor networks or casual videos online. When a country makes a meaningful adjustment to its currency, the change is typically gradual, predictable, and the result of long-term planning. It follows economic patterns, not suppressed predictions. This is why it is extremely important for currency holders to focus on verifiable information rather than stories that rely on phrases like insider, behind the scenes, or confirmed privately. Real monetary changes are public by nature. They affect businesses, banks, trade agreements, and national policy. They cannot happen in secret and then magically appear as rumors on social media before reaching the public officially. Let's also talk about the emotional side of speculation. Many people holding foreign currencies dream of financial life change, and that emotional connection can make rumors feel more believable. Hope is powerful, and there's nothing wrong with being optimistic, but hope must be balanced with clarity, especially when dealing with financial topics that affect people's savings and expectation. Emotional reactions can lead people to chase rumors, refresh forums all day, or make decisions based on excitement rather than grounded information. This script is not here to take hope away. It's here to protect viewer from situations where hope is used to push unrealistic expectation. The healthiest mindset is one that stays informed, patient, and balanced. When you understand how speculation works, you gain power over your decisions, instead of letting rumors guide your emotions. Now, let's break down why speculation often uses dramatic timing claims. You will frequently hear phrases like any moment, sooner than people think, or within days. These phrases sound exciting, but they are used because they trigger short-term engagement. They encourage viewers to stay glued to updates, keep checking pages, and continuously follow discussion. But in real financial environments, significant currency events do not rely on surprise timing. They involve scheduled planning, gradual economic adjustments, and widely shared economic indicators. When you hear claims that something enormous is coming within days, it's a sign to look more carefully, not a sign that a major event is actually happening. Dramatic timing statements are one of the easiest ways to identify speculation rather than verified information. Let's shift into something constructive. What can viewers do to stay properly informed? First principle is simple: always prioritize official updates from government financial offices, central banks, and recognized public agencies. These are the only sources that can confirm real changes. The second principle is to approach dramatic online stories with curiosity rather than immediate acceptance. Ask yourself, who is saying this? What information are they basing it on? Is there documentation? And the third principle is patience. The most valuable mindset in any currency-related conversation is patience supported by education. When you understand how economic systems work, you avoid falling into emotional traps created by rumor cycles. Education doesn't just protect you from misinformation, it empowers you to analyze real developments when they do arrive. Another major misconception in online speculation is the idea that currency verification processes are secretly being prepared for a huge exchange event. These kinds of rumors pop up regularly, suggesting that people will need to verify the currency immediately or that special exchange centers are being set up in the background, but real verification processes are already standard. Banks have routine methods for checking currency authenticity, and those methods don't require dramatic new systems. If a major national or international process were being introduced, it would be announced publicly. There would be clear instructions, transparent guidelines, and formal communication. Rumors that suggest hidden verification steps usually create fear, urgency, which are signals to approach the information with caution. Understanding how standard banking processes actually work helps neutralize these emotionally charged claims. Now let's talk about why people continue to revisit currency speculation year after year. A major reason is uncertainty. In times when global markets shift, people feel the need for alternative possibilities or new opportunities. Currency speculation becomes a space where people express hope for a better financial future, but it's important to separate hope from expectation. Currency values change gradually based on long-term economic factors like GDP growth, trade balance, manufacturing strength, political stability, and investment flows. Many of the viral stories we see online skip these fundamentals and jump straight to dramatic prediction, but real economic progress is built step by step. Understanding these underlying patterns gives viewers a far more realistic and stable framework for interpreting currency conversation. Instead of relying on rumors, people can look at economic indicators and understand where a country is truly heading. Let's dive deeper into how speculation shapes community conversation. In many online groups, when one person shares a dramatic claim, others respond with excitement or fear, which leads to long discussions. Over time, the conversation becomes more about the excitement itself than about the actual information. This creates what's called a speculation environment, where rumors feel more credible, simply because everyone is talking about them. But this environment can sometimes discourage people from asking for evidence or confirmation, because questioning the rumor breaks the rhythm of the excitement. Today's script is designed to empower viewers to feel comfortable asking for clarity. It's always acceptable, responsible, and wise to ask, where is this information coming from? When viewers develop this habit, community discussions become stronger, healthier, and less vulnerable to misinformation. Another piece of speculation involves the idea of international coordination secretly preparing for a massive value change. This claim appears regularly online and often uses complicated wording to sound official. But international coordination in finance is not secretive, it's transparent. Governments publish meeting summaries, institutions release reports. Financial agreements are made public because they affect global markets. Any real coordination involving currency values include official documentation, scheduled dialogues, and economic frameworks that can be reviewed and analyzed by the public. Claims about secret international financial events ignore the reality that governments cannot conduct major monetary reform without public processes. Understanding this helps protect viewers from believing stories that rely heavily on mystery instead of economic logic. Let's now address why rumors often mention dramatic economic boosts that would follow a big currency event. These claims usually say that a sudden value increase would transform Vietnam's economy or create instant prosperity, but real economic improvement comes from manufacturing, trade agreements, foreign investment, technology development, and consistent policy, not sudden currency jumps. Currency values reflect economic strength. They do not create it out of nowhere. When a country does experience exchange rate appreciation, it's typically a result of sustained growth. Understanding this distinction helps viewers avoid misconceptions that a currency's value alone determines a nation's economic success. Economic progress is a long-term process supported by hard work, planning, and stability, not surprise announcements. Let's talk about the psychology behind viral currency stories. People are drawn to narratives that promise sudden change. Whether positive or negative, the idea of a dramatic value shift creates excitement, curiosity, and emotional attachment. This leads people to search for more information, which in turn pushes platforms to show them more videos on the same topic. Over time, this reinforces the belief that something major is happening because the viewer is surrounded by similar content. This psychological loop is important to understand because it helps explain why rumors feel stronger over time. Even when no new information is released, the more someone watches, the more the algorithm reinforces the topic. Recognizing this pattern helps viewers stay objective. It prevents speculation from turning into emotional overwhelm. Now let's bring this conversation back to a calm and grounded approach. The goal of this script is not to discourage interest in currencies, but to equip viewers with the tools they need to navigate information safely and responsibly. Currency speculation conversations will always exist, but educate viewers are less likely to get caught in cycles of misinformation. Real financial growth comes from informed decisions, balanced expectations, and understanding how economic systems operate. When someone can distinguish between speculation and verified information, they gain confidence, clarity, and control. Education creates empowerment, and empowerment is far more valuable than rumor-based excitement that leads to confusion or disappointment. Let's wrap this up by reminding viewers that hope and realism can exist together. You can stay optimistic about the future, continue learning about global economics, follow updates on currencies like the dong or dinar, and still remain grounded in verified information. There is nothing wrong with believing in long-term economic improvements, but the strongest position any viewer can take is one built on clarity, patience, and understanding. Currency stories will continue circulating, new rumors will appear, and social media will amplify whatever is trending, but you will now be equipped to navigate these conversations with confidence. You will understand the difference between viral claims and real-world developments, and most importantly, you will know how to keep your expectations steady and your perspective balanced. For everyone watching today, remember this: education protects you. Understanding how financial systems work protects you, and knowing how speculation spreads protects you. When you combine these three things, you become someone who cannot be misled by dramatic narratives or exaggerated claims. You become someone who listens, evaluates, and decides based on facts. And that is the smartest, safest, and most empowering way to approach any conversation about currencies, whether it's the Vietnamese dong, the Iraqi dinar, or any other global currency. Thank you for watching today's deep dive into the viral claims about a major value change for the Vietnamese dong. If you found this breakdown helpful, Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this information with anyone who has been confused or overwhelmed by recent rumors. Education brings clarity, and clarity brings confidence. Stay informed, stay calm, and stay empowered. More updates are on the way, and we'll continue guiding you through every major discussion with truth, balance, and simple to understand explanation.